Hello and welcome to English Podcasts with Chris and Sue. For more information, visit english-podcasts.com. Hi Sue.
Hi there, Chris.
Now, we always do things a little bit unplanned.
Yes.
Yeah. What's another word for unplanned?
I'd say spontaneous.
Spontaneous. And we don't generally script anything. We just have an outside idea. And today we're doing something where you don't even know what we're going to be talking about.
Absolutely no idea at all. And I'm a little, anxious about this because you're going to put me on the spot. I'm
definitely
sure.
going to put you on the spot,
Oh my
but
goodness.
I think that you'll be able to manage this very well.
Okay.
Just to say that our next podcast
Yes.
will be about artificial intelligence.
Yes.
As we said.
Yes.
And the description for this podcast has been written by artificial intelligence. It's not by us. So we'll see how that turns out.
Right, but I'm not a robot. I'm actually a human being speaking.
You are,
yes,
but I'm talking
yes.
about description. I'm
Descriptions.
not talking about
Yeah, okay.
what we're doing. So what I'd like to talk about today is something which is very, very popular, I think all around the world, but especially in the UK and America and places like this, probably Australia or whatever. And it's something we're going to do tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow evening?
We are going to do a pub quiz.
We're going to do a pub quiz.
In fact, we're not doing one, we're going to a pub quiz.
And we're going to do it because we're going to participate.
Yes.
We're going to have a team.
Yes.
Can you tell us what a pub quiz is?
Yes, I can. Well, first of all, you go to a pub and there's a quiz. So it's pretty self-explanatory, really.
So you just go in and you go up and answer questions?
Well, yeah, and actually, just to explain a bit more, it's really, really good fun. You have a drink, which helps you to enjoy.
Sounds good.
And it can be a team of 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. Last time, I think there were 9 people on my team. So it's just a group of friends get together, and you're in the pub, and there's and the quiz master. As we live in France, the quiz master gives the questions in English and in French.
Okay, and do you win anything with this?
In the pub we're going to, first prize, everyone gets a big drink. Second prize, you get a different drink. Third prize, you get a drink as well. So
everybody gets a drink, basically.
Everybody gets a drink,
okay.
Basically, yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
But why do you think people like quizzes so much? Because they are popular, whether it's a pub quiz or TV quizzes, radio quizzes. Internet is full of quizzes, and in fact English Podcasts has many quizzes because we like making them, but a lot of people like doing them as well. But why?
Well, that is a really good question, and I think both of us, we are like quiz fanatics. We love answering questions. I don't know why I like it. Is it because it kind of shows that I know something, so I feel intelligent?
That's a good point, in fact, because I've had a little look at some stuff of why we like quizzes.
Oh, have you? Okay.
And they say that, in fact, psychologists say that the concept of intelligence is being reassessed with the ability to absorb trivia and little facts. And it's being prized above the ability to question. It's about the what, not about anything else. So it's ability to question and assess things. So people know what, but they don't know, why or whatever, which is a little bit like history in school is
Absolutely.
Very much this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it ignores the why and the how and focuses only on the what. And psychologists say that the 3-second culture is now being replaced by what is called the 1.5 second culture. So it's people want lots of information but not necessarily much background on it. And it does, when somebody wins a quiz, people think, they're, like you just said, it makes you feel more intelligent. But in fact it's that mixing of intelligence and real knowledge and the ability to maybe just to memorize stuff and regurgitate it. They say that the Brits love quizzes. They're supposed to be like the most ardent sort of consumers of quizzes. They love it. I mean, you turn the TV on at any point of time in the day, there's some sort of quiz, or on radio or whatever. There's loads of it. I mean, I love quizzes as well.
Yeah, and I think from what you've said, though, it's making me think, having been through the British educational system, that maybe the quizzes, it's a reflection of school.
Very possibly.
Where they ask you questions and you reply, and maybe you're top of the class. But as you said, there's no real critical thinking.
Not really, no.
So that's maybe it's a reflection of the British school system.
It could be. I mean, I remember in my primary school, we used to love it as well. We used to have these quizzes all the time
Hands
in my
up.
primary school.
Hands up.
No, we were all around. It was like an elimination quiz, if you like.
Right, okay.
And they would ask you all these sort of, it's general knowledge
Yes,
mainly.
yeah.
And you'd be all around the side of the. It was like 20 or 40 of us or whatever, and we'd be asked a question. We used to look forward to this every single week. I can even remember the teacher. He was a little short Welshman called Mr. Price, and he used to ask these questions, and it was definitely seen as a way of showing your intelligence, even though it wasn't, because it's only really memory or just like being able to keep these facts in mind. But they say that the Brits really like quizzes, because Brits like weird rules. They love like queuing, for example.
Yes,
if you're at the bus stop, everybody knows whose turn it is to get on the bus, and nobody would jump to the front of a queue unless they're foreigners, and then they get roasted by the eyes of everybody else. And they say that the Brits actually love quizzes because they find some sense in it. Because there's rules in quizzes. We know the rules, and generally quizmasters will tell you the rules are, you have to answer the question, there's no conferring, this is an open question but you can confer, you have 3 seconds to answer it, 30 seconds or whatever. We know what the rules are, and this is apparently why Brits love quizzes.
Well, in fact, you're really making me think, why do we like quizzes? It's a very, very good question, actually. To me, it seems instinctive that we like a quiz.
Well, they say
but
as well.
Why?
So we've looked at things which could be sort of seen as a little bit negative, but another thing which is, I think, good, which hasn't really been discussed about it, but this is my own personal feeling, is that if you're working your memory in any way, it's going to help you to sort of avoid things such as Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever, possibly, because I'm not a doctor. But I would imagine that if you're doing some sort of form of mental gymnastics, at least you're getting your... However, if you're sat maybe in front of a TV quiz, maybe that's not helping so much. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know. Well, I think there are quizzes and there are quizzes. I mean...
what's your favourite quiz?
Oh, goodness me. I'm going to say a quiz that I really, really liked a lot was back in the day. It was called Mastermind.
It's still on.
Oh, is it? 'Cause I don't have any English TV. And what I liked about it was the questions were fast and furious, no time to think, general knowledge. But the first round was always someone's speciality.
Yeah, but often these specialities are like really weird. Like
that's what I liked about
19th century teaspoons.
That's what I liked about it.
Which a lot of people who are watching these quizzes would go and make a cup of tea.
Yeah, not me.
Round.
Not me.
It depends if it was like on David Bowie or
Oh
whatever.
no! What I liked. It was only a minute and a half. I don't know for the round. Like 2 minutes. I don't know. So I used to really like it and admire. I could really admire the people's intelligence or knowledge. That's what I liked about it. And then when it came to the general knowledge round, it was very fast, very speedy. And what I liked the setting. It was all one chair and a bit of drama. That was mine. So what about you? What is your best quiz?
But I think one of the ones which I really like, you probably don't know it, but it's probably one of the most difficult quizzes on TV at least, and it's called Only Connect. And it's basically it's 2 teams of 3, and most of the questions are, what do these things have in common?
Okay.
And they have 4, and they sort of, they get more points if they answer it on the first clue, then they get another clue, and then they have this other thing it's called a connection wall, where they have to connect all of these things, and a lot of these connections, they could be many, many different ideas, and this, I'd recommend you have a look at it.
Is that on the BBC?
It's on BBC 2.
Okay.
It's with Victoria Coren Mitchell.
Oh, she's good. I like her.
Yeah, and she tries to be funny, which she doesn't really And she tries to start funny and end funny, but I think it's a joke with herself as well now. And so there's that one. Another one which I like, which isn't really a quiz as such, is Have I Got News For You?
I love that, but that's not a quiz, is it?
Not really, even though the questions are answered asked as a quiz.
And that's one of my favourite shows.
It's about current affairs and politics and stuff like this. But Only Connect, I quite like Mastermind. Pointless is quite a nice quiz.
Yes, but there are, as you say, there are so many British quizzes. My mother, she likes one called The Chase. This is on ITV.
Okay.
And she's an older person, and she likes to watch it because every day it's good for her brain cells or whatever.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yes.
So, anything that sort of gets your brain working a little bit, whether it's Sudoku, Patience, Solitaire, whatever it is, and quizzes are a good thing because I think it's a lot to do with the, it's just facts and it's not intelligence as we've sort of already discussed, but that might be just opinionated stuff. But it's also making connections with stuff, and when you make connections, that's how your brain works, basically. So it must be a good thing. So we'll find out if we're going to win this quiz tomorrow night.
I reckon if I'm with you, I've got a pretty good chance of winning.
But it depends, because I've got subjects which I know nothing about, like film and TV and stuff like this.
But you're good at music.
Music, yeah. History, not bad. Geography, not bad. But film and TV, no. And if it's about things like reality TV, no chance.
Well, I'd say you're very good at birds and insects.
Birds and insects. Yes, definitely
right.
Birds.
So let's fingers crossed with some questions on that tomorrow night.
So hopefully we'll get a big drink.
Yeah.
And just to reiterate that this, the description of this podcast has been written by an AI application. How about that?
That's amazing. And that's our topic for next time.
It's our topic for next time. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Chris.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Join us again at english-podcasts.com and subscribe to our podcasts on iTunes. And if you have an idea for a podcast or a blog, please get in contact with us through the site at english-podcasts.com.